Imagine being the first at anything, the trailblazer, the pioneer. Now imagine being the first in an industry that had barriers set against you simply because of the color of your skin. This is the story of John Wesley Cromwell Jr., the first African-American certified public accountant in the United States. Born in the year 1883, John W. Cromwell Jr. was not destined for an ordinary life. He was born in Washington, D.C. into a family of intellectuals and activists. His father, John W. Cromwell Sr., was a prominent Washington, D.C. lawyer, publisher, educator, and civil rights activist. His mother, Lucy McGuinn, was a school teacher. This progressive environment undoubtedly shaped young John's resolve to excel in his chosen field. John graduated from Dartmouth College in 1906, a feat itself during a time when racial discrimination was rampant. He majored in mathematics and astronomy, and won the Thayer Prize in mathematics. He graduated Phi Beta Kappa with a bachelor's degree. He remained at Dartmouth for an extra year, and earned his master's degree in 1907. John Cromwell Jr.'s journey to becoming a CPA was fraught with challenges. During the early 20th century, many states had laws that required CPA applicants to have experience working under a practicing CPA. However, due to prevailing racial discrimination, no white CPAs were hiring African Americans. This created an insurmountable barrier for many aspiring African American accountants. Determined, despite these systemic obstacles, John W. Cromwell Jr. sought other avenues to attain his goals. He taught himself accounting, worked as a teacher, and after waiting approximately 15 years, he finally got the opportunity to take the CPA exam. In 1921, when New Hampshire changed its laws, no longer requiring accountants to have experience working under a practicing CPA, Cromwell seized the opportunity and took the CPA examination. Not surprisingly, he passed with flying colors, making him the first African-American CPA in the United States. The journey didn't stop there. After being certified, Mr. Cromwell continued to teach math while practicing in his own CPA firm in the Washington, D.C. area. He taught math from 1907 to 1930, working at the prestigious Dunbar High School in Washington, D.C. He was well known as an exacting accountant and math teacher. He also taught German and Latin. He worked as comptroller of Howard University from 1930 to 1933. From 1933 until retirement in 1956, he successfully engaged in the general practice of accounting in the Washington, D.C. area, working mostly with black businesses such as restaurants, lawyers, churches, and funeral homes. He also continued his father's legacy of activism by serving as treasurer for the NAACP for over 2 decades. By the early 1960s, Cromwell Jr. was still the only black CPA in the District of Columbia, 40 years after he earned his CPA license. He died peacefully in his home in Washington, D.C. in 1971, at the age of 88. His life was a testament to the power of perseverance, resilience, and intelligence. In 1918, Cromwell married Yetta Maveritt, a cousin of Senator Edward Brooke of Massachusetts. They had one child, Adelaide, who earned degrees at Smith, Penn, and Radcliffe and became a sociology professor at Boston University. She told an interviewer that her father had a motto: "There is no shortcut to glory." In summary, John W. Cromwell Jr.'s life and career epitomized the struggle and triumph of African Americans in the face of systemic racism. His tenacity and determination to overcome the barriers set against him led to his historic achievement, opening the doors for future generations of African American accountants. Frank Ross, who was one of the nation's first black partners at a major accounting firm, said this: "Seeing the struggles that early black CPAs like Cromwell overcame should be a motivating factor for subsequent generations. The more I learned about him, the more I wanted to work as hard as I could to accomplish what I can in this profession." As we celebrate the achievements of African Americans in various fields, let us remember the legacy of John W. Cromwell Jr., a pioneer who not only broke barriers, but also set a standard for excellence in the field of accounting. His story serves as an inspiration, reminding us that no barrier is too high to overcome.